Well, fine, we're doing it. Welcome back to the Guys and Games cast. I don't know. Is that our intro now?
Great intro.
Is that
Yeah,
our
that's
intro?
our intro now.
Why don't you say who we are rather than just have
They
a
know
no-name
who we
thing?
are. You know what's up. What's going on, guys?
They have no idea who the fuck we are.
Okay.
Yeah,
You gotta
no,
restart
no,
the
no,
intro.
No, we're rolling. We're rolling right now.
Yeah, but you can edit this.
No. This is part of the comedic balance. Okay, so
No.
it's
no.
Patrick,
You need an
Connor,
intro.
Dawson, and Spencer. I forgot the last name, which is my own. Ironically enough. Welcome back to the Guys and Games cast. It's your boy Spencer.
Dawson.
Patrick.
Connor.
You're supposed to say and Connor.
Oh,
Connor.
yeah.
And
That's how
Connor.
grammar
I
works.
just did my grammar test. Come on.
Whoa.
And we're getting right into it. Well, I'm not going to do that, but moving on to the games topics. I'm
So
not
what?
saying you can't say that. I'm just saying
It's
that
hard
my
to-
response was corny.
It's hard to move
Like,
on
because
from
I was like,
suck
well,
my-
well, I'd rather not.
I was
so
like,
let's,
if we're going to restart, because I didn't say and, this is a bunch of bullshit.
It's not because you didn't say and. That's not why
Yeah, it
we're
really
starting.
is.
We're
Really
not
because of that.
restarting. Fuck that. It's happened.
We've already
we're continuing.
wasted a minute on this
We're going.
uselessness.
Well, then, yeah,
We're
this
going.
can't be included anyways.
This will be included. Bitch. There will be a blooper reel at the end.
I will make sure fucking.
Nobody has
Spencer includes
blooper reels at the end of podcast. All right, let's just roll with it. Cringe and all. So what are our topics today, Dawson?
it. We got Red Dead 2 that just came out.
Yep.
We got the importance of community-based games rather than just purely market-based games.
Right.
We also got the progression and development of Skyblivion, which is going to be coming out. I'm not even sure when.
Wait, what?
Sky-
I
oh,
was-
you don't know Skyblivion?
I never heard that.
Oh,
no.
dude,
Oh,
dude,
dude, it's
you're in
fucking-
for a treat.
It is a
Oh, there we go.
Oblivion mod
Oh, wait, no, you
for
told me.
Skyrim.
No. It's a okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
told me
Skyrim
about
mod
this.
about Oblivion.
You-
Because
you
it's not
just-
an Oblivion mod.
I think you told
You know
me
what I
about
mean?
this.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's
No, it's
like
an
you
Oblivion
gotta
mod
say
in
it right.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah. But
Right.
it's a Skyrim mod.
You ain't saying
For
your
Oblivion.
words
What
right.
else?
No,
What else?
no,
About
about Oblivion.
What else do we got?
We also got. I was wrong about Oblivion because I started playing it again.
Yeah.
To a
I
point.
told
To-
you. No.
sorta. The menu system sucks dick. It is not
it's-
clear in any way. Like
eh.
fuck. Like get out of here.
Right.
It's all right.
Okay, but the thing is these old games, you're supposed to have a manual with it, and the manual tells you like those
Gives you-
images are
gives you
reference
the
images.
images.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
this thing. You're supposed to know what that thing is
Why
because
not
of the manual.
Why not just have it like you open it up like in
Yeah.
in Skyrim? You just
I know, but
talk.
that's
And
the.
it's just like can I buy something? How are any rumors like?
Because-
and then it has all the stuff. Can you
it's
train
because
me in
it's an
skills?
old game.
But still.
Old games work like that. You're
All
supposed
games
to
are
read the
designed
manual.
more poorly.
You're supposed to read the manual with old games, like
Okay.
like Zork. You don't know what all the commands are in Zork because you don't have the manual. You need to
This
have-
isn't fucking Zork. This is Oblivion. Damn
I
it.
know, but
That's my laptop actually you're pointing at, but whatever.
Well, yeah, no.
Starting a debate before
What's
we're
the
done
other
all the
what's the
points.
other
Hold
topics? What's the
Oblivion came out in 2006.
Oh no,
Zork
we're
came out
not
in like
even done the-
We haven't even
1985.
finished talking about what points we're going to talk about.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about shit.
And then the new Overwatch character, Ash. Sorry, fuck.
Wait, what?
Ash. Yeah, there's a new Overwatch character coming out. She's a girl. She's like a gunslinger, like McCree would have said.
They're
Son of
all- they're
Revolver.
Does she dual wield?
What?
Oh,
No,
really?
son of revolver. She's got like a repeater rifle.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
fucking sweet.
That's awesome.
She's got like a
She's
little.
got like a
She's got
double-
like a robot companion.
And she's
All right.
got like a little double barrel shotgun.
Um,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool. What? Oh yeah,
Mike-
yeah. All right,
so
so
Patrick will be gone for a sec. Not that he's that important.
Wow. Thanks, Dawson.
feeling the love. Okay, so
And then we got Pavlov VR.
Why are we
And-
talking about that?
Why are we talking about that?
Because it's fun.
Because
Right.
I think personally, I think it's one of the best shooter VR games out there right
It
now
sounds
for
really familiar.
mechanics.
Is
What?
it just like
Familiar.
VR? Is it just like
How
VR
about sounds
CS:GO?
It pretty much is VR CS:GO.
no
Yeah.
VR CS:GO is what is it?
Pavlov VR.
No, there's another one.
They literally
called,
made Dust 2 and Pavlov VR.
Well, that was a community-made mod.
No,
That's
no.
actually one of the only VR games that I've seen so far that use Steam community assets,
That's
where you can
cool.
make your own mods and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's cool.
That's like it's one of the only ones I've seen that does it. I wish fucking Job Simulator did that. People would go crazy with the amount of stuff they
It
could
wasn't
make.
Blood and Truth. There was something else at E3 that was like basically like CS:GO VR.
Anyways, and then the last topic is, will VR last? Do you think that it'll stand the test of time and it'll become one of the newer, like it'll be a new
I kind of want to
like
start.
genre?
Yeah,
that
I
will
kind of want to
just,
start
like-
with the last topic.
Okay,
I
we
say
can start with
yes.
that.
I say yes.
Oh, I totally
because
agree.
because it's more. I think it's more than a gimmick because it's being marketed almost as a new platform, and even though it's an add-on to platforms that already exist, but it's because a lot of gimmicks fail and just become gimmicks due to lack of support. Like Kinect, not a whole lot of amazing, stupendous games came out on Kinect, right?
No.
It was like
But that's
a
because it
few
was
fun.
shitty hardware. Like,
No, but
really
still,
was
it
bad
was like a
hardware.
few fun things.
Because
and
everyone
other
started
stuff.
doing like motion controlled gaming around the same time.
Yeah.
At first the Wii came out, and then I'm pretty sure it was Xbox.
No, but the
Kinect,
Wii
or
was actually supported though, and that's
Yeah.
why it lasted.
No, because
Eventually,
good.
it kind of became a meme, and nobody really liked it, and just went back to regular stuff. But that's just because it was a lot of kids stuff on there, and
Yeah,
shooters were
I
kind
mean
of
it was
just
all
weird.
gimmicky stuff like playing bowling and tennis.
Yeah,
It's just like
which
you
was
swing your arm.
which was
and-
fun
but
for
also-
everybody. But eventually, we realized, okay, shooters aren't the best in the Wii. The Wii's not the best console. We're going back to our Xbox and PlayStations.
It also has a
Yeah.
long way to go for technology. Like, it's constantly developing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
that like we will probably never reach top of the line technology that never updates and continues to get better.
Until AI.
Except
No,
for
even
Well,
then
never
we'll be
update. That would always be
Yeah.
updating. Never
That'd be a fucking the end of our life cycle.
Yeah.
But like right now, according to Google, 22 million VR and AR headsets have been sold this year.
22 million.
Virtual and augmented reality headsets and glasses will reach sales of 22 million units.
So that's
this
not
year.
bad considering what was the PS2's max sale at? Like what
It
was
will
it?
grow fivefold to 121 million in 2022. So like,
How much consoles did the PS2 sell? It's the greatest selling console of all time to my knowledge.
oh yeah, I think that's right.
And I think it sold 200 million, 150 million.
155 million units.
Yeah. So if it's on track to being what is
And
it?
1.5 billion copies of games have been
Wait,
sold.
120 million you said?
155.
No,
million.
for VR headsets.
Yeah, 22 million. And it'll be 121 million estimated in
But-
2020.
Yeah,
Two.
that's so it's on track for matching the PS2. In what is it like? Because VR has been properly out for 3 years, 2 years, 3
I'll
years.
check when the Oculus. Well, because like
Well,
VR
no, okay.
was out for a while, but then, like,
No,
that was
not
not the
def-
height of
no,
VR.
but
This
you-
is probably
no.
the height of VR right
yeah,
now.
but you can't count releases beta kits. I'm talking about when it was properly VR headset was properly released. So and the first one that was properly released was the Oculus.
Oh.
When was it properly released?
VR festivals began to emerge in the mid 2010s, so it's like around 2015.
I think.
I think it's definitely started to pick up speed in like 2017, 2018.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll say that it properly started on a good foot, and we kind of had the launch of all the VR headsets probably around, what was it, 2016?
Probably, I'd say around there, yeah.
So by 2020, that'll have been 4 years, right? So then
Yes.
it's on track to matching PS2 sales within half the time
But
of the
that's
PS2.
because there's more gamers out. Well, technically there are more people playing games now because it is.
so
a
there's
few
just
years
more
later.
people as well.
Yeah.
But
But,
it's
yeah.
no, but gaming was still very popular even back in the PS1 days. It was
But, like,
that's
literally-
when gaming started to become.
But
cool as
literally
far as-
everyone I know had a PlayStation 2.
Exactly.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe except one person had a PlayStation 2.
All I'm saying is that it's impressive.
But right now-
if they meet those predicted sales, it's incredibly impressive.
Right now, I could probably count on one hand how many people that I know have VR. Maybe one or two extra.
I agree. It seems like
It's definitely
very-
I think what's keeping people from getting it is the lack of a good computer, and
Yes,
the
the tech-
price range is a little bit asking, but that's because it's brand new technology. and
Yes,
it's fucking amazing to me. Spending, I think it was like what I paid like $500 for my
Yeah.
Oculus Rift. What a fucking purchase though! Like
Oh,
totally worth
And I
the
think
money.
the best place to get it is
Totally.
on PC because that's where the most game support is.
fuck
Now PlayStation VR is good and has good support, and it
But it
feels
is definitely
good, and
not
it
as
feels
good
good,
as
but it's
PC.
not
You
the
don't have as much
it
balance
is
to
not
work
the superior headset by any means. Neither is it tracking superior by any means. But it's still
Because
fun.
it feels kind of like it feels kind of cool how like they utilize their already existing PS camera, right? That's
Yes,
what they
and
use.
the move controllers,
and the
which
move
were made
controllers.
like what is
like
it,
the
8 years
like
ago?
with the PS3.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you use?
that technology is like 8 years old or something
Yeah.
like that.
So it must feel cheap and clunky, huh? Does
No,
it?
it feels good. It feels
Feels really good?
It feels good. The
Okay.
only time is like I would say it suffers from the use of one camera sensor.
Yeah,
Once
totally.
you get out of the range of that, all of a sudden your hand just freezes and you try to go lower and it's like out of range. That's the only thing that bugs me. If you could literally hook up 2 cameras or 3 cameras, that'd fix all those problems,
Mhm.
right? But it doesn't have that.
It's like even 2 cameras is like you can get
Oh,
some
yeah.
pretty good versatility, but you're limited to standing in one area. Even though I have the 3 camera setup right now, I still like to stay in one area so I know where I am in the room because
Yes.
the room here is pretty small, so I don't want to be hitting. I've hit. It's surprisingly like durable. Like I've straight up sucker punched my fan playing.
So real
Korn.
quick, tell them which thing you're talking about.
I got the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, but which controller? You know what I mean? Like
it's
the one with
guess
the,
it's
it's
the
the one
touch.
with it's the one with the big ring around it.
Yeah, the Oculus Touch
Yeah,
controller.
just because like there's been a lot of different
Yeah, well,
prototypes over the years.
They got the Oculus Move, I think it was called, or something like that.
Yeah, they've had a few different
That was
prototypes.
where they just had the headset and the one sensor and then the control. That was pretty much just just a gimmick.
Because there was one time where they had the.
That was pretty much like a virtual reality TV.
There was this one time where they had these older, kind of ones that looked similar to the PlayStation Move ones, except they didn't have the light up ball in it. It was like kind of similarly designed controller, and then they moved on to using the Oculus ones that had the touch circle. They moved on to having the ones that had the Oculus touch circle, and then finally these ones, right?
Yeah. But like, not only that, is like when I first picked it up, because we tried it at our friend's house before. Like, he got VR. He was pretty much like the first person that got VR. I tried it at first. I was like, this controller feels like garbage. And then as soon as I got mine, I was like, this controller feels like absolute magic.
Well, because I think it could feel a bit longer. Like, I feel that the one thing is like, this could be about an inch longer. Like the handle base.
No, I think that's
could
perfect.
be a bit longer.
I think that's perfect.
I find
comfortably
I
fits in your
accidentally pressed the menu button too much. If they could move the menu button so you had to move your thumb
What do you
above,
mean you press the menu button? What do you do?
like I'll be holding it because I find it feels like it's slipping from my hand when I hold it like this, and then so I'll adjust like this, and then I'll clamp down and end up like
that's
pressing,
why I really
pressing a menu button or something.
I really tighten that wrist restraint there. I really keep
like
that
it'd be nice
tight.
if it was a bit more ergonomic for where you could
it would
latch your thumb down.
It was
I'm
really
not saying it's a bad controller. It's really good and I like it. It's just I think it could be better.
The one thing that really doesn't doesn't grasp me all that much is the trigger doesn't feel all that nice.
Yeah, and even
like you hit that, like it's not a very long squeeze space. It's a very short squeeze space. That's why I didn't really like the PlayStation 3 controller so much.
Oh, I know.
Because like you're just pressing a button when you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And I actually like pulling the trigger like on the Xbox 360 controller.
In terms of response time, buttons are better.
Oh yeah,
like, less
but you
jarring,
just feel
but
better.
yeah, obviously. And
I mean, it's not bad.
But personally,
It's
I
awesome.
think so far one of the controllers that I like the most. I really do like the Move controllers. Like the triggers feel very good and everything.
Yeah.
It is old hardware.
It
but
has
doesn't mean
trigger
it's obsolete.
controllers.
Oh yeah,
because I guess it's like
the only thing that you have to get used to is the really tiny buttons.
Yeah.
that are alongside the move button. But once you get used to that, it's great.
Yeah.
And the color sensors are really pretty. Like,
oh yeah, there's those glowing balls.
And I think it's good tech, even though it's old. But
a small thing. What do you say?
Even though it's old tech, I still find it good. And all the other peripherals that you can get for VR, and they're actually like cool, but like they need to come down in price. Like the track,
well, I think
like
you're
the
getting
track
a
wheel.
fair. I think you're getting a fair price.
No, but like the $2,500 like thing that holds your waist and you can run on it.
Oh,
with
fuck.
the shoes, like no, but
Well,
I'm saying
that's like top of the line.
That's the complete immersion, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Like as opposed to
And
being
an actual
in a giant,
gun.
as opposed to being in an actual
and
hamster ball.
using the new fucking the HTC Vive controllers with it's like a glove. That would just completely. I don't even care.
I was going over that with a friend because a friend of mine, Michelle, is super into VR, right? And so then he was talking about like this guy that was designing sensor gloves where they had wire sensors going along the spine inside the finger, or at least the spine of the finger, and it'd be pressure sensing.
Yeah.
And be really accurate for gestures. And that would ultimately be one of the best
It would
ways.
definitely take some getting used to after going from the control, because usually you're always playing with the controller.
The only time it feels weird is when you swing with a closed fist. It feels weird. But
because it feels good to be holding something.
Yeah.
Totally
it does, but it depends, I guess.
There's one thing there. Oh, I'm back, by the way. There's one thing that I heard they were working on. So it's kind of like that thing you were saying, where they're like, it's like wireframes running against the spine of the fingers, and they're actually like robotic mechanisms. So that, let's say in the game you're grabbing an apple, right? In real life you're not actually grabbing anything, but the gloves would stop your fingers exactly where the apples
That's so cool.
is, so that you couldn't squeeze more because the gloves would hold your fingers back. So you would feel like you're touching an apple.
Dude, you could do that with porn so well.
Well, actually,
if someone utilized that where you can just simulate squish, you just kind of like you're able to squish your fingers in a little bit.
Well, actually, they were working on this technology. I heard this in the news.
The thing is, you wouldn't feel it on your you.
Yeah, no, but it kind of simulates that.
But it just stops your fingers.
Yeah, no, but they could probably.
No. If you let me interject here, I'll tell you about that. There's technology. I heard this on a news video a while ago that they were developing this technology for people that were doing like people that check for breast cancer lumps. And it was VR technology, and these gloves had sensors that were up against the fingertips to simulate
like vibration.
Yeah, no, like more than that, to simulate feeling of things.
Why not just get a woman in here with like? Why not just get some fake breasts in there? Like,
Well,
why go the expensive route?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Get a fake
Okay,
pair of
my
titties.
point
But
Put some
it,
marbles
it
in there.
researches two things at the same time, two birds,
Yeah.
one stone.
My
That-
point
Yeah.
is that they were at least working on touch sensitive stuff for VR glasses, so which relates to this topic.
Yeah.
Huh.
But like with the Oculus controller, what I really like is just a simple thing is the battery pack. I think that like a battery pack and a controller, like especially the 360 was just this clumsy fucking thing that was just sticking on the back of it. They really did it well with the Xbox One controller. The battery
What does it look like?
I didn't even
It
tell
is
there was a
literally-
battery pack.
there's a
It's
magnet
inside?
and it popped that little fucking frame off, and then you get the one battery, and then just snaps back on like that.
I didn't.
No
It's not
way.
gonna come loose or anything.
No
you can't
way.
Fucking shake that.
No
bitch
way.
around.
I didn't even
It's
notice.
awesome.
How many batteries do you go through with that?
It's a
Surprisingly,
magnet.
not a lot.
I didn't even notice
It's
it.
awesome.
That's
I
a
didn't,
powerful
I
magnet.
didn't even guess that was a piece that came off.
Yeah, me neither.
I know, right? I didn't get it either.
Wow.
I was,
Is it double
I was
A's?
literally looking at it. I was just like, where the fuck is it? It's like a little,
Is it-
little thing there.
So it takes double A's.
Oh, just one double A. Yeah.
Just one dollar. That's
one
amazing.
double A. I know.
And also, it's crazy that it doesn't just have an internal rechargeable.
I know.
Yeah, you think it would, because that's kind of an outdated kind of
I
tech.
think the Vive. I would, honestly, I'd rather have a battery that I can just.
Well, because you could really.
Because when I want to
But you spend
play,
more money that way, though.
when I don't care. When I want to play, when I want to play, I just pop a new battery in there, pop the case on. I don't want to sit there and wait for this bitch
Well,
to
no,
charge.
if you always leave it on the charge, then you'll be fine.
But
Can I
but
see
if
the
forget
other one?
to- Yeah, sure.
That's what
So
you have a
how are
charging
you
station.
saying you
That's why I have
fall
a
on the
charging
menu
station, like-
button? You never fall on the menu
No,
button.
if you
It's
hold
here.
it, say like you hold it like give me the.
But
this
Spencer was saying he was holding it like
so,
this.
So no, let me.
one. Yeah, no, but this is like you hit like.
That's not the menu button. That is.
For me, for
This is
example,
nothing.
For
So-
example, when
I know.
I was playing Skyrim the other day on Dawson's thing, I was touching the joystick right
Yeah.
here, and my thumb, if I pressed too hard
Yeah.
down right there,
You see,
I
it
would
would be
hit
better
that.
if it was
You
right
see, the
above
thing is,
joystick.
Yeah.
I've never had that problem before. I've never
Like if you have fat
experienced that.
thumbs.
or
problem.
even if it was like right here,
Or I just got
you know.
big enough thumbs where I don't fuck around with buttons.
It's because I use the end of my thumb to play with joysticks. So like if I take the two of them, like
Well, that's
this,
what I do. I kind of use the middle part.
I use the
But
top of my
If
thumb.
you just
thumb.
rest down your thumb,
I
like in a
do.
comfortable
I do.
position right there, for
just-
me,
I
at least-
rest it
Yeah.
on the tips like this when I play VR.
I guess that.
That's
Also,
it.
But,
related to making VR less expensive and more accessible, Oculus, I heard from a friend the other day, or last week, that Oculus is working on a completely wireless, self-contained,
Yeah,
no sensors, except for internal gyroscopes, for an Oculus model.
yeah.
That would
It's,
have its
what's
own
it called?
games
There's a new
installed
name for
into
it.
I think it's the Oculus.
You don't need a PC for it, though. You don't need a PC.
No, yeah, I know.
You don't
yeah.
need any sensors. It's all in-house, and that's really cool.
But it's
really
not going to
crazy.
be cheaper though.
I think they're targeting for $500 or something,
Yeah.
or $400.
No
which-
way. No way.
No, but think about it. It is cheaper than this because you don't need a PC now. You don't need a $2,000 PC
Yeah,
to run
but
it
okay,
all.
but the thing is, okay, in our day and age,
I think it's the Oculus Go.
no. The most people have a decent computer.
No, not everybody.
People our age,
Oh, people that like games, yes.
It's up to
like
you.
yeah, that's the
But
thing.
you're trying to
Like,
expand, hopefully, to people that aren't gamers necessarily.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's the thing.
But that's
the
not your
technology is
demographic, though.
the technology is being researched now. When it actually comes out, we're going to be at that age.
Yeah.
We're going to be in our 40s, right, or whatever. It's
I
it's
would
going to
hope
be
it would
out.
come out in the next 5 years.
Yeah, it's going to be out way before that. But I'm just saying, like people, like old people, like let's say 60 and under, or like 40 and under, have decent computers. Most 40 and under people have decent computers.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how many people have
Also, what's cool about this?
more top-end graphics cards. I don't know what the stats are.
Me neither. But you don't really need top end to play.
Because like I look at the Steam system requirements,
And
it
they're
usually says
mid
something-
tiers.
There usually says like a 970 or
970,
960.
which at the time when VR came out, that was expensive card. That was
Not
like $400.
VR. Most of the time,
Was it
Fallout
$400 to
76
$500
VR
card?
was Fallout 76. Fallout 4 VR was a 1070 or
Yeah.
1080. I'm
Like early,
fuck.
but that's the thing.
My
Early
1060,
VR
my-
is that bad? Is that consuming? But later VR won't be, and so everybody
It'll
who
be
has
able to
it,
work.
It'll optimize
Yeah,
it
it'll
well.
be-
Yeah.
you know.
What's really cool about the controller though is that not only is it just buttons, every button is a sensor. So if you rest your finger on that, it'll in the game if you see your fingers,
Really?
like in the menu,
Yeah.
the Oculus menu, if you move it on the thumbstick, your thumb will be on the stick. If you move it on the buttons, it'll move to the buttons. Even to here, it'll move it there or the trigger.
Yeah,
Like
if
in,
you have your finger off of the trigger, your guy's pointing.
This-
Yeah.
this
If you have the
true.
thumb on the joystick and your finger out, you'll be pointing. If you have the thing like this, you'll be doing this.
That's cool.
And then if you have both like this, your hand is open.
I think it's Gun Club VR. If you have your finger like off the thing, it'll actually show your finger kind of like pressed on the side of the gun like they do in real life, and then when you put it on, it'll actually put on the trigger. And when you pull it like with the controls, like the trigger will actually like move in the game until it goes to the firing pinpoint. And then
you see, that's where VR excels, and this is the crucial thing to VR success, I believe, is that VR will do other things that regular games don't, but beyond what most people would think when I say that simple statement.
Just the small things like that.
VR pays attention to little things, and that's what makes it so absorbing. Nobody does.
It has to in order for it to be like.
It doesn't have to, but people choose to, and that makes it better. Like for example, one of the coolest games was the Heist at launch of VR. Was the Heist, right? And it was the Heist. It was the London Heist. And for the PlayStation VR Worlds, which was a good starting game to get. Not super long games, but nonetheless
like
really good to get you. Yeah, a bunch of different experiences to get you in there. Really well done. Like, graphics pretty good. You know what I mean? But there was the beginning scene is one that I liked the most because you're sitting at a table, and you could pick up your phone, you can look at it, and you could actually read the stuff on the phone. It's not just a blank, JPEG on the phone for phone background. And there's a cigar there. You pick up the lighter. You could open it. You could light the lighter, light the cigar, right? But when you put it up to your mouth, there's a mic on the headset. So if you breathe in, it hears that. Take the cigar away. Blow smoke.
See, like
things you can do right there, and even more than that, you bring up the cigar to your mouth, let it go, it stays in your mouth, and you can see it sticking out right there.
Oh,
and then you could just smoke. It's literally that was one of the things I liked the most about that game, and it's about London Heist. It's about London Heist. Sweet. But it's these little things, and in Alamet, which was a visual experience, this is the first time my mind got blown by VR. It's not even a game. It's just a visual experience, but the ship was coming by, and I was just observing it, and I was like, I wonder what it looks like on the inside, and I stuck my head inside the ship, and you could see these little people walking around in their cogs and stuff of the ship, and my mind was blown immediately, because that normally is not a thing you can do in games, right? But in VR, because the collision detection isn't there, in most games. You can see all this stuff.
In more or less multiplayer games where there's an aspect of like you can all that stuff. It's like they when you move your head in, the game just kind of pushes you out here. So you can keep doing that, and you'll just get pushed back up.
But I really believe that stuff, those little touches, is the heart of VR, and if they continue to expound upon that mind-blowing element, then it will continue to have its interesting hook. Because it's more than just a game where you're seeing through the eyes and it's on your face. It's more than that.
It's more than just an eye-hole game.
Yeah. So I think we should spend like probably minimal time on this topic and move on to the next.
Yeah.
Because these next topics we're not going to be talking about for as long, just because VR is just so cool.
Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2.
Wait.
So
I'd just like to point out, I haven't seen a spider since we got here.
I have. I've killed 2.
Oh.
They're all in Dawson's room.
Yeah. No, it was in the bathroom. It's quite big, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it freaked me out when I first saw it. But Red Dead 2, Spence, you're the only one here that has it because it's not on PC, and I'm not going to buy a fucking console or I'm not going to buy it on console because it's not worth it.
So it's on my YouTube channel, some stuff for anybody who's watching. Shameless plug. In the plug.
In your own
In
video.
the plug. Yeah, exactly.
It's a plug of a plug
if
of a
they're
plug.
here,
exactly.
They might watch it. You know?
Maybe, hopefully. Please do.
Please watch it.
Nonetheless.
Please watch it.
Nonetheless.
We're starving. I'm kidding.
Well, from what you
some
told
of
us
are
before,
starving.
from what you told us before, some of us are in rougher times than the others. But anyway, so Red Dead, the thing I like about it, because if you play the original Red Dead Revolver, which I think very few people that are into Rockstar games now have played a lot of the OGs, like Bully and all the other the old games. I haven't played Bully. I've seen a little bit of a playthrough, but like
play Bully.
I saw Peter Pie play a little bit, but anyway, it's like that's like the OG Rockstar stuff. And like most people have played San Andreas if they've been in GTA a while, but most people I think kind of came on with GTA 4 and especially GTA 5. But there's and Red Dead Redemption. But there's things that I didn't really realize till I watched a bit of an analysis video, and then I included all these things. So I played that game. That was my first M-rated game. I got it when I was 8 years old. I beat that game 2 or 3 times because it was so fun. But the thing that its characters were interesting.
What game?
Red Dead Revolver.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was good. It was
really good.
Good.
I never realized how cinematic it was until somebody pointed it out, and I was like, "Yeah, that's so true." Like it was basically made to be a game that mimics a Western movie.
You played it when you were 8.
Yeah.
You were like cinematics of video games. Like,
Yeah,
you were
but
like,
it was
really
like, yeah, it was
looking at the, you were just like, I want to play this game, and shoot people.
stuff. Yeah, there you go. And the sound effects were awesome, cartoony but awesome, and it was so much fun.
Mhm.
And I never realized how cinematic it was, but when somebody pointed out, I was like, wow. And then now comparing it to Red Dead Redemption, I think Red Dead Redemption not necessarily suffered, but in the sense that it was made in the same way that they made their GTA games.
Yeah.
Where they essentially just put a person in a Western world, but it was like a Western skin on it, but it wasn't Western cinematic. What I like about Red Dead Redemption 2 is it does things that makes it a cinematic Western movie in a game, which is what Red Dead Revolver did, and
Right.
that's what I really like about it. There's certain things that it does really well.
Mm-hmm. The thing, you can't really blame Rockstar because they were like, okay,
Well, it's
GTA,
experimenting, yeah.
GTA is really good. Okay, we want to make a Western game of this, but why change everything completely if they know they're gonna make a lot of money?
Oh, yeah.
If, like, especially back when they made Red Dead,
Yeah.
like, it wasn't as big as it is now because now with GTA 5, Rockstar went from like pretty big to super huge.
Oh, massively. I think even with
Like-
GTA 4, it put them on the map a lot, but definitely GTA 5
GTA
put
5
them on the map.
made them a
They
multi-gazillionaire
made the
company.
fucking map, dude.
Like,
Yeah.
but so like
Everyone
with
else
Red
is on
Dead
their
1,
map.
with Red Dead 1, they were like, we're not gonna like change all too much.
Yeah.
But with Red Dead 2, they're like, we can throw as much
Yeah.
money as we want at this thing
Yeah.
because we have unlimited money basically.
But it's not that it's a bad game. Red Dead Redemption is a very good game.
Oh, no,
It's
it was
just-
good. I loved it.
It's just that its style was a bit more like GTA-ish. It
Yeah.
wasn't as westerny as Red Dead Revolver was. But that's what I like about Red Dead Redemption 2 is that it does that stuff. And you know what's funny is they actually apparently like a lot of my knowledge just comes from YouTube video now. So you can take it with a
Jesus.
grain of salt if you want. But ultimately, I think that I heard that they started working on Red Dead Redemption right after they finished Red Dead Revolver, because they worked on it for like 5 or 8 years.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, for everybody
honestly,
who's
I
listening,
think-
just look it up and I'm sure you can find out yourself, but I'm pretty sure that that's true.
Like you were saying, I think I was 10.
Or, yeah, a long time.
Like I wasn't really following up on the
Yeah.
video game market,
Yeah.
right?
a
Like
lot the point is that it was a long time.
it was a long.
And they were working
yeah.
on Red Dead Redemption for a long time.
I mean, most games that started back then that look that good, usually they took a while to make them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a game that I just popped in my head, but I don't remember the title. But they worked on it for a long time. And
Duke
like,
Nukem Forever?
yeah, that's one example.
That was what was put in development heck.
Yeah. Oh,
where
Doom.
it was 15 years.
Doom 3. Doom 3 was in production for a heck a long time.
Fuck time.
And it does, and what's unfortunate is that for Duke Nukem Forever didn't pan out. It failed too.
Oh,
yeah,
all that
it
time and
didn't
effort for nothing.
It bombed.
None of
hard.
the Duke Nukem games are super big though.
Duke Nukem 3D was
The
very
old
well
ones.
received. Yeah.
The old ones are
Are
pretty
they
well
that
received.
big though?
No, well,
Well, I mean,
it's one of the
they're up
commonly
there with the
referenced
classic
classics.
ones.
It's like
Oh,
people will talk about Doom 3D, Wolfenstein 3D, and Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh, okay.
Those are the main, like, in terms of like
But I
90s
definitely
first-person
think Doom-
shooters. That's what they'll reference right there.
Doom was definitely by far the biggest
Well,
one.
it was the OG. That's
Everyone fucking played Doom.
Well,
dude.
this is-
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
who's
the
ever
first-
touched a video game has at least played Doom.
No,
or
once.
heard
that's
of
not
it,
true.
or heard of it.
Yeah,
everybody's
heard of it.
usually like who knows
Yeah.
anything about.
Everybody's heard of it definitely, but not everybody's played.
Or okay, everybody within our age category has heard of Doom. I think all the little Fortnite kids have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
Except
well,
for because of the new one. That's why.
All
Fuck
they know is
Fortnite.
like,
V-Bucks and
Oh my
that's
Or
another thing.
V-Bucks That's-
I know
that's
it's,
another topic for
I,
the end of this. how
I know
Fortnite
it's not
needs
on
to
the list, but
fade.
the Fortnite kids. I don't know if you've seen TwitchCon. Have you guys looked at TwitchCon?
I have not. I may have
2018
heard of it.
TwitchCon.
no, there's
okay.
there's an age limit, so the kids couldn't get in
No.
to see Ninja. Besides, it's like science.
Yeah, one of the things. But okay, so like I think 50%. I don't really know. I'm just spitballing numbers. I didn't actually do research for any of this, so don't quote me on anything. But like from what I've seen, 50% of it was about Fortnite. Like
I wouldn't
there
de- I
were
wouldn't
there
deny
were
that.
shows
Yeah.
of people dancing to Fortnite music and Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
And
I-
then,
I
and
would
then
not be
there
surprised.
was a stage where there were kids who were from the crowd, and some people were picking out kids. They were like, "Come on the stage." I don't know if they were picked out or if they were chosen already. But
Yeah.
anyways, some kids went up onto the stage and started doing Fortnite dances, like kind of like playing Dance Dance Revolution. No, not Dance, just Dance.
Yeah.
The one with the Wii.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but Fortnite dances. And like hundreds of people were watching
Yeah.
kids dance on stage.
Now
It's disgusting.
Well, now to be fair, this actually really well ties in and segues into my point about community.
Fortnite.
What Fortnite has done with community is a really good example and really good thing and really positive, but the unfortunate thing is that it's super cringy. But it is an example of good community around a game. That helps a game succeed and it does well and it makes it more enjoyable
Yeah, but the
for everybody
community
by and large,
revolves-
except for the fact that it's super cringy.
The community, the only thing the community doesn't have anything. It's like, we're a community. What are we about?
Actually,
We're
that's kind
about
of true
Fortnite
because battle
dances.
royales are so one-dimensional. That's true. They don't have any like lore, any story,
Like,
any role-playing. Really,
If you get a
anything to
Halo
gather
community,
around.
if you get
That's
a
true.
Halo community, you guys are nerding out about a whole bunch of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, Bungie.
Oh, yeah.
Bungie would be my primary example of building a community around the game because if you watch the videos from the
And
early
then they
production,
destroyed it.
I know.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. But like,
the rise and fall.
Fortnite, like, yeah, they built a community, but they built a community around nothing.
Essentially, very linear, shallow stuff. But
I think there's like two things Fortnite people reference, and it's Fortnite dances and like
And the fact that it's cringy now.
yeah,
the meta meme that it's cringy in itself,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah. Actually, that's a really good point because it's done a good job of building a community. It's just the fact that the community has no depth. So that's
Yeah.
a good addition, and that's the tragedy, and that's what adds to a lot of the cringiness too, I guess. But it's
Actually,
it's a
I
shame.
fault Fortnite. I hate it because it is a free to play game. Let's just put this in perspective. A free to play game with a bunch of kids playing it is now calling towards AAA titles like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Are you fucking kidding me?
Calling towards what do you mean?
They're doing
like
it
Call of Duty
specifically
and Battlefield,
because
like, hey,
of why
that's
it's
a
so
good
popular.
idea. No, it isn't.
Oh, you mean people get on the bandwagon? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Well,
I
yeah.
think that's a terrible. I think bandwagoning is like that's so you kind of know that you kind of lost a little bit of self-respect, but at the same time, I understand because you want to make that money, and if that's
But
the
this
end
is
thing
why
right now, like
I don't
some-
play very many AAA games. I don't.
And by and large, I wouldn't say you're missing a whole lot because a lot of them are very similar. I was watching a video on this
You're
recently
missing a lot right now.
about AAA versus indie. and
Yeah,
how-
that's the thing. Right now, I might like. There's some games that I'm like, wow, that looks so sick. Like Red Dead. It's a AAA game. Red Dead 2. But it looks really cool, and I'd like to play it.
I would say the only games that you really need to get in on right now is Uncharted 4. Or any of the Uncharted games. Those are good AAA games.
Yeah, but those are like those
Fortnite.
are the before
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm talking about new.
really gotta get
Oh,
into
within the
Fortnite,
year?
dude.
Yeah.
Red
Like-
Dead 2. Probably Resi.
Oh, Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident
Oh, but that
7.
was
It's
a
gotta
yeah.
get into Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll include that.
Well,
Yeah,
you-
I played that one. That was really
The
good.
Witcher 3.
Oh, that's what. That's
That's too
before.
far back?
That's too far back.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, there's not a whole
See
lot
what
that
I
really
mean?
come to mind. It's a lot of just the Call of Duties and the Battlefields, and
Like some of the stuff that is going to come out soon, I want to see like Cyberpunk.
yes, it's always those amazing RPGs that really are
Yeah,
the
but like
ones that you want to get.
that's the thing. They're like the only games that are worth playing now are RPGs because all the
Because a
other
lot
things.
of the other things are very similar.
Yeah, and it's just like make something that's not an RPG that isn't like everything else, please.
Yeah, a lot of things are very one-dimensional shooters.
Because
and it's
I
not that it
used
means
to
that they're all
love
bad.
shooters. I don't
Yeah.
play shooters anymore. They're all the same. Fuck it.
Okay, you're gonna like Rage 2, I really think. 'Cause
I don't know what is. I've never.
Okay,
I've
so
never heard of
Rage
it.
originally, I don't think it was super popular, but all of a sudden with Rage 2, like I played at E3, plays super smooth.
Wait, you
and-
were at E3?
Yes.
Oh, dope. You gotta take me. You gotta take me next year.
It's like if you got the money, come along. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, but
saying?
that's what I mean. That's what I
But
mean.
it's like
I think we're all
So-
planning on going.
the
Oh,
gameplay.
boy.
The gameplay. And I'm getting a GoPro because I want to get more footage because that was a bit of a hurdle with the iPad. Anyway, another story for another day. It plays really well, and it reminds me of a combination. It makes me think of a combination between Borderlands and it's like a combination of Borderlands and something else. I can't remember, but it's like it feels like Borderlands, which is a good thing.
See,
'cause it
that's
has
the
that
thing.
adventurous kind of vibes, but it feels like an earlier 2000s shooter because it feels like it doesn't take itself seriously. And a lot of shooters can really take themselves seriously, but it's zany and it's great, and that's like something that Borderlands does really well.
Oh yeah.
And so
that's
I
what
think
love
I
about
think Rage
Borderlands.
2 will be a bit of a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, so that's the thing I really liked about Borderlands because I was playing a lot of Call of Duty and then Battlefield, and I was like, okay, this is getting boring. I'm doing the same thing every match. Like, I know the strats, I know where to go, like, I know what weapons to use, I'm maxed rank, like, okay. what do I do after that in these games? Nothing. Like, I can get the DLCs and play on the new maps, but it's the same thing. Killing the same 8 people, you know, like, your different game modes, but whatever, right? And then I started getting interested in zombies. I was like, wow, this is new, this is fun.
And then
Awesome. And then it got the same.
oversaturated.
It's, well, yeah, that too, but it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
And then there's like, okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna throw in a new thing, and a new thing, and a new thing, and a new thing, and a new thing. I'm like, no, stop throwing in new things. Make it different. And then they were like, we're gonna add jump pads.
Well, new
And, like-
things is a way to try to make it different, but it's just that usually it's like, okay, one new thing, but it really doesn't make it that much better. You know, it's
and
like,
it's just like I was tired of having this like same, and so I stopped playing them. And then, like, my friends have always been telling me like Borderlands, and I was like, eh. And then I decided, you know what? Like, I'm gonna give this weird shooter a try, and it's one of my favorite games.
and
One of my favorite shooters.
yeah, and you want to know why? It has so much character
That
and
yeah.
unique art style, which is
Yeah.
two
Oh, yeah.
very
Which one?
important things.
Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good.
And like, it's so different.
Oh, it
like
is.
there's
It's very unique. I can't really name another shooter like it because you have to combine art style with good writing and good character
Mhm.
design,
Mhm.
and
oh, it's definitely good writing.
yeah, and it doesn't depend. Like, the only thing it really depends on in terms of weapons is the fact that they have the most randomization of weapons in any game ever.
That's
Other-
I like
But,
that.
but what's nice is that it doesn't really, as a result of having so many weapons, it can't focus too much on its weapons as a whole, other than just saying you won't find the same gun twice. You know,
Unless
and
it's a
so
legendary
and so
or
it
like a
and so it
privilege.
depends.
No, even
Yeah,
then it randomizes the parts.
yeah, and
Well,
so
no,
and
but
so
you're still
then
gonna get the base model. Like, it's still, like
Yeah.
if you get a legendary, it's gonna do like the main thing. Like,
Yeah,
if you get
but okay, but this is the thing about Borderlands. You can get like a Hyperion stock on a legendary. And
Yeah.
and if changing that stock changes the stats of the gun, you're never gonna get the same gun.
you're never gonna get the same stats.
I've-
but you're gonna
I've
get a
gotten-
gun that performs the same. as
Okay,
the
there
gun
was-
does.
in
No,
all-
because the stats are different.
okay,
No,
so
well,
in all
no,
of
I mean like it feels the same. It'll feel the same. It'll like
It'll feel the same to people who don't know what they're looking at.
like for example, what's the name of the pistol? It's like the legendary torque pistol that shoots like 15 projectiles at once.
Yeah, and
It's like
they're
if you
all
get-
explosive because it's a
yeah.
torque. But you can
if
get
you get another one, just wait. If you get another one, it's still gonna shoot like the widespread of explosives, but maybe you'll have like a different scope, and then that scope will add more damage to it or something. I don't know.
But that's
It's
the
like-
thing. Yeah,
It'll
but
still feel the same.
it'll feel the same to inexperienced players.
but
is what
it's
I'm
still
saying.
not the same gun.
It's not the
That's
same
the
gun.
gun, yeah.
Because like experienced players will feel like, oh, this has more recoil than the other one.
Yeah.
Or oh, this has way more damage. Or,
Or
oh,
slower fire
like
rate,
the
or-
scope is way better on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
like
'cause
it's going to be different.
in all of my hundreds of hours logged in, I'm just guessing hundreds of hours logged in Borderlands games, I've only ever found the same gun once, and even then it wasn't the same gun because one of them had a holographic sight and the other one didn't. But otherwise, same stats, same everything. But the aesthetic was still different. That's the closest I've ever gotten in like probably 300
Yeah.
hours.
That's.
So that goes to show that it is really random.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible to get the same gun because like
Yeah.
it's random generated.
Yeah,
But
really-
usually you won't.
yeah, because he's the Mercian Twister.
The Mercian Twister.
I wouldn't necessarily say they use.
They
Mercian
use the
Twister.
Mercian
No,
They use
Twister.
their
Do
own-
it in the Stephen
Just
Hawking
Josh.
voice.
Just joshing.
Do it in the Stephen Hawking voice. You do it really good.
They use it in the Seaman Mercy ones.
That's so, I love that so much.
Rest in peace.
So the mod
Yeah.
for Skyrim,
Oh,
for Sky Oblivion.
yeah. We
Yeah.
okay. We need to talk. Okay, right. Okay, so we need to play the actual like trailer you showed me for this guy because
Not now, but later, yes.
I mean, like I think.
Just because it'll be boring for people just listening to audio, but
Yeah.
well, I'll,
Right now, I mean, like
nonetheless
you could
talk
play
about
the
it.
you
It
could
looks
play
great. It looks great. We'll
like
send that
you could add the trailer into the footage, right? Like there's footage on this. It's not like a radio show.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
No,
I'm
I
not
normally put
mistaken.
gameplay in the background.
Yeah, but then you can cut it up and be like, oh, now we're gonna show this, bam, pff, and then play it because it's beautiful.
It
Or at
is
least-
really nice.
Or like, fine, it's your thing, but I mean like you have to see it after this. If,
Oh,
if
yeah,
that,
oh,
like,
yeah.
it's mwah.
But in the meantime, talk about it.
Okay, so basically so you run it as a Skyrim game.
Yep.
So you open it and you're playing Skyrim, but you like
It's
upon
a Skyrim mod.
yeah, it's a Skyrim mod. So you're playing Skyrim, but it's Oblivion. Like the map is Oblivion, everything is Oblivion. You're the Oblivion character, your Oblivion armor, like the Oblivion story missions, but it looks like Skyrim. It's got the Skyrim assets and textures and
Combat, magic.
magic. It's got all the mechanics of Skyrim. It's just you're like taking everything that. So the not visual stuff of Skyrim in the visuals.
You're taking all the aged aspects of Oblivion and just rehashing them and re-updating them with Skyrim.
Yeah.
So all the textures and
Yeah. So it's
they
Oblivion.
make their own textures and stuff
Yeah.
too. They
Yeah.
But you're taking
they just make
the art style of Oblivion and putting it with the mechanics of Skyrim.
But
it's
but
like
it's not
pretty much like Oblivion remastered.
Yeah,
pretty much
that's
what it is.
exactly what it is.
Remastered in Skyrim. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it include nothing? If you install this mod, does it completely scrap all the Skyrim stuff? And make
No,
it
you can
original?
also go to Skyrim through a boat,
I
which
think
is
so.
dope.
Not a boat. It's the same. It's
Or-
the same continent. I think. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you,
it is
if
the
you
same
can.
continent.
I don't think there would be a problem with it.
But I think it's a really good idea. If they do implement it, that's the shit.
And there was that
That's
other
awesome.
mod that came out a while ago for Skyrim that added a whole new territory as well.
Elsewhere.
Yeah, and voice acting and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Really well
But
done.
there was I've downloaded a mod on the Xbox One for Creation Club with Skyrim, and it was like you got to go down into like the top part of Cyrodiil,
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was just like you couldn't go to the Imperial City. It was just pretty much like the border between Skyrim.
Right.
and,
Just
and
like, hey, you
Cyrodiil.
see this? This is Cyrodiil.
You
cool.
can go there, and it's pretty much actually the same path that you used to get there in the game. It was like actually it's accurate. In the
Yeah.
game. And they had models and stuff that were from Oblivion. They had swords. They had like actual like NPC characters that were fully voiced. They had minotaurs. They had like those little stone areas you can get things. It's pretty cool.
That's one thing too.
It
Oblivion's
ran
got
like
way better
garbage.
enemies.
It
Way
ran-
better
oh yeah, the
enemies.
zombies.
I-
I love fighting the zombies.
I-
And like, but you've got more like
Yeah.
minotaurs and
Fucking
centaurs
unicorns,
and
goddammit.
unicorns and cyclopses.
yeah.
Yeah, I played Oblivion, probably around 2009 or something like that. Like way earlier PS3 generation.
I got it when it came out, and I've been playing it ever since.
You did it in 2006.
I got it in
How old were
2006.
you?
I was 6. My dad had it.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
be- like,
well,
I'm not
actually,
the one
okay,
who
the
bought
first
it.
time I ever saw somebody play it was probably around the time it came out, and I was
Yeah.
probably around 6.
But my dad got it, and I used to watch him a lot playing video games.
Yeah.
And I had my own NES, and so we'd play in the same room.
Yeah.
But and then, like, I'd be playing and then look over and be like, "That looks so cool." And my
Why
dad
am
would
I
be
playing this game?
Yeah, and then so I would just get a chair and sit beside him and watch all of his gameplay. He'd play Stronghold, the original, and the Stronghold 2, and Oblivion, and then I was like, "Dad, I want to play this game." In like 2007, I think I was 7, or no, I was 8 in 2007. I was like, "Dad, I want to play this game." He's like, "Okay, fine, but I need to be there when you play. I don't want you like going all like there's no titties, but you know what I mean. Like he doesn't want me to go and do things I'm not supposed to, right?" So he was there, but like I started playing when I was 8 years old. Playing like I'm 19 now, been 11 years playing this game.
You
Oh,
played
yeah.
it every
My
year?
first.
I finish the game every year. Yeah, I play it every year.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
my first.
That's amazing.
It's
Like
good.
a Bethesda game
just
I
how-
ever-
Just how much is gripped you?
If I would have had if I had that game on Steam for that amount of time, I think I'd have like thousands of hours on it.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
But
It's
you
still-
played it on Xbox?
no, on
PlayStation?
PC. On PC,
Oh,
but it was a
PC.
disc.
Oh yeah.
CD
Yeah,
ROM,
because
bitch.
2006 Steam wasn't a thing, man.
When was Steam? Look at when was Steam a thing?
I
That's
think-
interesting because
I
I
think
know
Steam,
it's
like,
it's recent but
2008?
not super recent.
2009 maybe.
Oh,
Maybe later.
three.
No, it's not. It's not
2003.
I had like
2003.
Steam when I was like.
Whoa!
2003.
You couldn't download stuff on the internet in 2003.
You could download.
Games, whole games.
Yeah, it would just take 9 years to download.
Well, on dial-up internet.
Yeah, I only
but
had
game
dial-up,
game
man.
sizes were smaller back then, but still, if it was like
Oblivion was pretty big.
well,
I mean, you
It's like
would
30 gigs.
no, but it depends because back when back how it used to work, when file sizes were a bit better or easier. I can't remember. Somebody explained it to me. I think it was either Brad or somebody else. That you used to be able to run a game off of a disc and only have to download minimal parts of it onto the computer. But of course, when you download it completely from an online source, you have to download all the gigs, right?
Yeah.
But even then, it's like I don't know how because
But
that's
now
why.
with games you download entirely off the disc, everything.
And
you're
what
like,
still
what the heck?
bugs me is they still want you to put the disc in, even
Yeah.
though you have the whole thing down. No, just let me play it.
But that's
Oh my
the
gosh.
only reason is for like fraud, right?
Yeah.
Because you could take the disc and put it in like 150
Oh, I
disc
know.
stores.
Oh, I know.
And they don't want that. They
Oh,
don't
I
want people like.
I understand why, but it's still annoying. But I understand why.
Yeah, it is,
Watermark
yeah.
the discs, but then again, that's gonna be a bit of a dick move. If
Wait,
you
what?
Get a new Xbox.
If
If
you
you
what?
watermark the disc so that it's just one download file, that's it. Like that's it. Like once it's downloaded, you own it. That's it. It's done. You can't
Can you
put
do
it.
that?
You can
This
do that.
disc will
They were
self-destruct.
with the Xbox One when it was originally before it was released one of its policies. That's what it was originally supposed to be
Oh,
doing.
with the DRM.
And then everyone was like, "Fuck that shit," and just lit the
Oh,
internet
yeah,
up,
how
and
you
everyone-
can't-
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
because there's
You
no
can only
scale
do
about how you
it
can't trade games, and then Sony jumped on that and they made a video how to trade a game. Here you go. Thanks.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
I
video was
remember
great.
that. I
When
remember
Xbox
that
was
video.
out.
That was one of the best E3s because they absolutely stomped out Microsoft. But since
think-
then, the best E3 was when they had the full orchestra. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was my favorite one.
Oh,
They
yeah.
played along. I think the last couple of years have been kind of weird. Like their press conferences have been kind of weird. Like they're trying too hard to be different. It's like, man, just make it a conference, not a weird thing.
I mean, like I kind of I
Xbox
appreciate
has
it.
yet to have a good fucking press conference since the Xbox. One
Xbox
came
is
out.
never going to have a good press conference
Like this is
for
the,
the
thing.
rest of time.
This is the thing.
Ever.
They are so suit. They are just like fucking. They have no
It's
idea.
Microsoft.
They have
dude.
no idea what
Microsoft
what their
has
fucking
been around for
demographic is. Like
decades.
Literally, I watched the fucking like Xbox, like one of the fucking Xbox One fucking press conference for like the Xbox One S, I think, and they were showing off like Forza, whatever the Forza,
Forza 4.
whatever the game was.
Forza.
And they had like
Forza Horizon
instead of showing
3
a
or
lot of gameplay and shit, they just had a fucking car. It's like who? What the?
Yeah, they
fuck?
had
Who
the-
the fuck
the
gives
4G.
a
I
shit?
think it's weird. It's like they want to flex their money, the fact that they could get actual Forza car on stage, but in reality,
Let's
it just
see,
doesn't
like,
really show
literally.
off your game. That's cool, but have that outside, like at E3. Have it on
Why
the show.
bother?
Have it on the show floor, just to try to draw
I
in
don't
people
give
to
a
come in,
shit.
just to try to draw people in to come
No,
look and stuff.
fuck
It's like
that. I
having
wouldn't
a
fuck.
Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like they
Like
had
a guy.
like they had the
Master Chief
they had a
outside,
Doom
right?
Eternal giant like 10-foot tall demon at the Bethesda store. You know, like
Right,
that
yeah.
draws attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
of
But
course.
ultimately, make
It's
your
cool.
show about the game because it's about the game.
But like when they were showing us like when they first released, I think it was the Xbox One X, which is like the newest one that came out.
Yeah.
I think they had like a press conference where there was just like
4K Minecraft.
you fucking ruined it, you slut. But like they was just like, now let's see what this monster can do, and it just showed Minecraft 4K, and it was like, what the fuck?
oh, that's what
4K.
you're referencing.
Yeah.
Bitch, I can get 4K Minecraft on a 4K TV. I don't need a fucking
What's
Xbox
the
to do that
difference
shit.
if
There is
Minecraft's
none.
in 4K.
Doesn't
Yeah, then
fucking
what's
matter.
the big deal?
Because the pixels don't resize. They're still blocks. You don't see difference.
no, but the
Okay.
pixels the pixels are more crisp.
Get the fuck out of here.
They're in CMY.
A
They're
square?
in CMYK
Better have
color.
fucking
A square.
They're in CMYK color.
No matter. Okay, if you have a square, no matter how many pixels.
RGB
Spencer.
CMYK.
If you have a square, no matter how many pixels you have in that freaking square,
It's not a
it's
thing.
still a square.
That's true.
Frickin'
It's going
square.
like a pixel is as sharp as.
Probably just
That's a
higher.
pixel.
It's probably just higher resolution because you can lower the resolution of Minecraft.
No, but
Yeah,
as
it's
we
4K
learned-
resolution.
Yeah.
As we learned at
Yeah.
college,
Who cares?
a pixel is exactly 1 pixel size.
Yeah, there's no definition for a pixel. It's a thing.
As we paid lots of money to learn that one fact.
So
We paid lots
I'm
of
Pixel
pretty
is 1
sure-
pixel big.
Learn that a
I'm
pixel
pretty
is
I'm not
sure-
paying anymore.
Why is that a high five
I
worthy
don't
thing?
I'm pretty sure that most people have forgotten about this, but I don't know if you guys realize, but Elder Scrolls 6 is coming.
No,
Oh
it's,
baby, Starfield.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was confirmed at E3. They like just to throw
You
it
didn't
out
see
there.
the
That's why
trailer?
Bethesda has the best press
there's a
conference.
trailer.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You can't.
No,
Elder
I
Scrolls
will allow
Okay,
you to play this.
after.
Okay, I was gonna
It's
say I
like-
will
Oh,
allow you to play this
really?
because
Okay,
it's so
do it.
it's so short. That's why.
Okay,
so
let's do
people
it.
won't get
Like,
bored
hey.
because it's so short.
But
While
you
he's
can- you
while
can-
he's searching this up, I'll continue to give some preference.
Okay,
Alright,
I got it right now.
It's
I got it
literally
right now.
just like, hey, we're a thing.
Okay,
Oh,
listen.
all right.
This
Listen,
is
listen
this
to
right
me.
Shut
Shut up!
I'm just telling you, this right here is why Bethesda is one of the best companies.
But like, well, I mean,
I'm.
I kind of wish they showed something, but I can understand.
I'll
why they
explain
don't
why.
really
I'll
have.
explain why.
Okay, okay, we'll
Literally,
talk about
this
that.
is it. It's 36
Okay.
seconds long.
Okay,
It's just teaser
here we
trailer.
go.
I got goosebumps right now.
Where is it based?
No one knows. There's so
'Cause
much
for-
mystery
For a
surrounded by
long
this
time.
game,
For a
and I'm
long
actually kind of
time.
glad that I don't know.
For a long
Because I
time,
just want this
they've been
complete
saying it's in the
surprise.
land of the orcs. Because in all of the lore, I mean, I think, you don't really hear about the orcs' homeland very often. And so, like, for a long time, people have been
I
saying,
forget,
like,
where
it's
is
going
that?
to be in the orc. It's called, like,
There's other continents in Tamriel too, or
yeah, they that's the thing. They added a
big.
new one for the orcs because it wasn't there before. They added a new continent. It's like an island. Yeah, just Google it because like that's what it was a couple years ago. There, like before Elder Scrolls Online was a thing. They added this.
Wait for my fucking computer to get this shit going.
Yeah, I haven't seen this map in a long time.
So
Oh my god.
yeah, so that's the Akavir.
Yeah.
Um,
Yokuda?
no, wait, that's not
Yakuda.
Oh, hi.
What you
Oh,
doing?
wait. Is it Hyra? No, that was a thing. No, this is not the one.
Black Marsh, I think, is the one with the Argonians.
Yeah, elsewhere is the Khajiit. Valenwood is the high.
This is his artist interpretation what the other continents might look like. So
No,
Nerd.
not that.
Yeah, this is it, right?
No, that's not it.
Yeah, look.
That's not
That's
it.
Tamriel, Akavir, something like that. And then
But that's not the no. No. That's okay.
Okay,
Let me
fuck's sakes.
look for it. I don't know how.
All right, so while they're looking this up, I'm gonna preference why I think that Bethesda
So yeah, so
won
this is the normal
E3
map.
and why I
Here,
think that they
added
had
a
the
new
best
thing.
press conference.
And
And I really
want-
think that
that's
one of the
one I wanna
reasons
find.
why is because all the games that they showed were actually their own games. So there were people that thought, oh, Microsoft had the best press conference, they
Yeah.
blew us all away.
So
They
this-
had, I
this-
think,
this
4 or
here, there's a
5
new thing
exclusives,
here.
and 3 of them were
Or
Gears of
here,
War
something.
variants. The other one was
So
Halo
there-
Online, and then Forza, which we get like every year, so not much of a surprise there.
Can't wait for that pop vinyl or whatever.
Oh, Gears of War
Gears
Pop,
of
what even
War.
is that? It's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, and then they had like Gears of War Tactics, and then just Gears of War, like probably a main sequel or whatever. But whereas Bethesda, every game they showed was their own, and it was
High Rock,
either
was it High
you
Rock?
know
Then, yeah,
expanding
that's the one
on
that was
an
added.
IP, or it was a new IP, and they actually had a lot of new IPs there, which
Yeah.
is good. And what
So,
I loved is
people have
that
been saying it's
Bethesda respects the fans so much that they not only
you
showed off
sure?
cool things.
Are
Okay,
you
not
sure
not
about
not
that?
okay. I won't say respects the fans because that I might not
Well,
know
they
some
do,
things
but
that I'm
I mean-
referencing, but honors the fact that they love their game so much. They didn't have to reveal anything about Elder Scrolls 6. All people were really expecting was
that it exists.
Starfield. That was the
I
big
The new sci-fi game is coming
Oh,
out.
yeah.
that was the big thing leading
I forgot
up
about
to E3. Leading up to E3, everybody's really focused on Starfield. People weren't even really thinking about Elder Scrolls because they're like, okay, they're putting all their effort on Starfield. But then, what is it? Todd, my boy, is like, and just because we can, Elder Scrolls 6. That is respect worthy right there. They
Yeah.
didn't have to, but they did it just because they
What I
wanted
thought
to
was
just
pretty
give the fans
cool
what they wanted.
When Fallout 4 came out,
Or
like
what
literally
they
they
did
held a
earlier.
press conference. I don't even think they showed anything of the game beforehand. But when they had the press conference, it's like, yeah, they talked about Fallout 4. It's like they showed gameplay trailers, and it's like, and it's coming out this month. And it's like, and everyone's like, what? They just
Wait,
lost
that's-
their fucking
That's
mind.
right. It came out
Yeah.
that soon after. I don't remember.
I'm
that.
pretty sure that after the press conference, like it's coming out. I think, or they said it's coming out this summer. And
Or
there
it
was
was,
like a
or
4-month
no, this
period.
fall because it came out
This
in
fall.
November.
Right? Yeah.
But
Um,
that's right, and I love when they do that because like while it's nice to generate hype like they did with Destiny, even though that went the way that it went. Anyway, is that you don't have to feel like you're waiting forever and just sitting on your anxiety, anxious forever, or not anxiety but anticipation.
I
Like,
don't
when
care
you're
if
like
the
it's
game.
coming out this year. It's like oh yes, you know.
Yeah. Fallout 76. I pre-ordered the game, and then I wanted a refund. Not because I needed I needed the money. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I did too. What do
No, you
what
said you wanted a refund. You didn't state that you refunded it.
did I say I wanted a refund?
Yeah.
Okay, well I got a refund. You're on your phone.
Right. So you got a refund.
So I pre-ordered it because I was like, well, it's a Fallout game. I'm gonna log anyways, and I pre-ordered it. And then after I watched gameplay of it, and I watched some of the key features it has, which the one that made me serious, or there was several things. The one that mainly contributed to me getting a refund was the fact that the PvP combat is literally, you want to fight someone, you send out a request. If they accept it, then you can fight, and if not, and they try to kill you, you're gonna have more health than them, and then if they do kill you, you're gonna be wanted, and then everyone on the map can see you, and then they kill you, you'll get a reward. I don't know about you, but that completely takes the tension away
From a
From when you-
survival game.
from a survival game that you're literally trying not to make any noise. You're not trying to kill anything that's gonna draw players towards you, because at the end of the day, it's not the like in fucking what was it? wasn't DayZ. It's like a H1Z1.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're not worried about the zombies. You're worried about other fucking players because they will fuck you
But
up.
to be fair, DayZ has the same application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's every game. Fallout's like, nah.
Nah, we don't want
And that
to.
is,
You don't
that
wanna
is
do
a
that.
pretty- That's a
You
pretty
don't wanna
dumb
do that.
system.
I think
Their main thing was literally
It's
the advertising.
version.
Like, there's like, you fight your way, you get these nuclear launch codes, you compile them, you launch a nuke, and you destroy bases. So you're telling me in order to launch a
Before you
nuke,
launch it, you have to
it's like,
expect
hey,
it.
brah, I'm gonna knock ya.
that's not what I wanted from this though.
No,
From-
that's
from
not what anybody wanted.
From Fallout 76, what I expected was Fallout 4
Online.
with friends.
Yeah, well, that's what a Skyrim people wanted for Skyrim for
Sky-
ESO, and then it ended up just being an MMO and not
Fucking shit
Skyrim
show.
with friends.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know.
shit show. I fucking
Bethesda
hate that
doesn't
game.
know how to do multiplayer well.
No, because
It's
that's not their
Bethesda-
bread and butter.
Bethesda tries to
is-
shoot for something
But
that
it doesn't wrong way.
they don't. They're like, oh, this is what you want. This is what you want, right? No, I want. No. I know what you want. This is what you want. No. What I want is no. I know what. I know. Like it doesn't
Don't tell me.
actually listen to you.
Don't
and it
tell me.
just
Don't
talks-
tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I got it. Don't tell me. No.
Exactly.
Don't tell me.
Exactly.
I got.
That's what Bethesda does.
I got it. I understand. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
But another thing is that the AI looks like fucking garbage.
Really?
Like we were watching the fucking Scorched or whatever. Those pretty much feral ghouls that can shoot guns. Their AI just looks so fucking dumb.
No, it's
like
also
you'll
beta.
walk up to them and they don't even like, they look so fake as fuck.
Oh, that's
They're
right,
like
they're
walk,
just kinda
they'll hold their
backing
gun,
away.
they're going bam bam. And this is how they run away from you.
We literally watched it.
They back up they walk this way.
It's still in
They
beta. though.
saunter.
Yeah, I
in
know,
that
but still,
run-
you think your base AI programming would be done by now?
in that
Your
raw
base
gameplay
AI is
footage,
not that
they literally
easy.
showed.
Yeah, I know, but like, the game
You
is
literally
coming
just gotta-
out very
You
soon.
just gotta port
It's
the AI
up-
from Fallout
Yeah,
4,
It's up
basically.
for pre-order.
It's coming
It's
out.
coming out soon.
Coming out very soon, and then they're gonna be like,
How
we
is
need
your-
time,
the beta
so we're
is
gonna
already
push it
out.
back.
Or delay it.
How is
Awesome.
how like what?
Never expect a game to come out soon. Never, ever. It's a mistake. It's a fatal mistake.
People, I think, almost think that people should just wait till the game's done and then declare a release date and then do finishing touches.
Yeah.
Like wait till the game's like, okay, 80%, and then be like, okay, it's gonna come out this fall.
Yeah, but then that's what they do essentially, and then they're like, oh
Wait, they gotta
shit,
add more
we
stuff.
have a giant bug. Crap.
How
We
do
need
you-
an extra
Oh
2
yeah.
months.
Also, there's a bug. Speaking of bugs, in this bug, you know how like in Skyrim, the biggest bug at the time was where a dragon would come in and glitch through the map and then kill essential plot characters, and you pretty much have to, your game is fucked.
Oh, I don't
That
know
was a big. Oh, that was a thing I had to deal with that
Oh,
in
yeah.
like the 360 version of Skyrim, and they fixed it. But the biggest bug right now is that Fallout 76 decides I don't exist anymore, commits suicide, and deletes itself from your fucking hard drive,
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
and then you have to reinstall the 50 gigabyte game again.
Wait, what?
That happens. The
Alright,
game
the people-
uninstalls, and then you have to reinstall it again. Because it's like,
Bethesda's got bad luck with bugs, man.
yeah.
Usually they've been funny, but some of them apparently not. Alright, so now that we got a minute left, I think any final thoughts?
My final thought: Fortnite.
Yeah, I think that's a reoccurring final thought in these podcasts.
Well, I think oh, that's right. One of the topics was I think it needs to fade because it's taking too much valuable money and attention away from games that really deserve it.
Oh yeah.
Not to say that
Yeah,
Fortnite
people are
doesn't
dropping
deserve any-
major money on that.
Not to say that Fortnite doesn't deserve any
It
attention.
doesn't
but
deserve
it's
any
just
attention.
it's just that like because it's a game and it's a game that has good things about it, but I don't think that it's like it's too big. It's at the point where it's too big.
Too
And
big
it's-
for its
it's-
own good and needs
Yeah,
to go away.
and for the industry's own good, where
Not
it's
only
like
that, it's
taking-
ruining it's
taking so
ruining
much-
other games.
taking so much attention
Like,
away
what
from
the fuck?
games that deserve
I'm just
good
waiting-
attention.
Is
And
Battlefield
other
5
games are
out?
trying to hop
No,
on
not
it.
yet.
No? Well, fuck
Wait,
that game.
it's
I
not?
think I thought it came out
I
like
don't
2
know.
weeks ago.
Did it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't.
I'm
remember.
so out of
What
the
did
Oh,
we
wait, no,
say?
it hasn't played. It comes out like
What was the game we were talking about?
Comes out in
earlier
November.
that We were
Yeah,
wondering if
comes
it was
out
out. Oh yeah, Smash. Smash isn't out yet, is it?
No.
Smash
it comes
comes
out.
out
It comes
15th.
December. Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's close.
It's on my brother's birthday.
far.
That's close.
That's far.
That's like
What?
a month.
I
What do you
I
mean that's
consider
far?
close. I consider close within November.
Nah.
That's almost like
It's
It's
only a
literally a
month
month away.
month away. Better than a whole year away.
That's true. That's close. January's far.
Like steampunk is far.
Oh,
Cyberpunk's fucking
Kingdom
far.
Hearts.
Elder Scrolls 6 is far.
Oh, don't even fucking tell me, dude.
Yeah.
That's like a whole year
Starfield.
away.
Starfield's
Oh.
gonna be probably a next gen launch game
I don't even know.
because the
Is
next
this
console
okay?
generation
Hold on.
is supposed to launch within the next
Who
year.
here has played Prey?
No.
Yeah.
No. F off.
No,
What?
I don't like it any more than you do. I think
What the fuck? It's been like 2 years.
No, it's been like 4 or 6.
Yeah, it's been like 4 or
five.
5.
No,
five,
it's,
five.
Spence,
Okay, I remember
the Xbox
days
One
where
X and the PS4 Pro.
N64 lasted like 7 to 9 years.
PS3 and
Hold on.
Xbox 360 was 9 years. That's
Spence,
a good generation.
Spence,
Like,
they,
6 is too soon.
Spence, they just came out with the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One X. There's not going to be another console for another like 4 years, dude. This game is coming out on these consoles.
I would like to hope, but that's
No,
not
it is. There's
you
no
can
way.
watch videos, analyze
There's
videos.
no way, Spence, because it's not.
If
Not
you're
only
right,
that,
good.
it's
If you're right,
no,
good.
no. Not only that, it's a poor business practice to be doing that. People just bought a PlayStation 4 Pro or a Xbox One X right now. Nobody has money to buy a brand new fucking $700-800 console right now or in the next year. No one's gonna do that.
I regret to tell you that Sony may have disclosed that they have been working on that.
Well,
for
yeah,
a
they're
long time.
always
Oh,
working
yeah.
on it, but
wants
this is
to release it soon. Is what I'm saying.
Probably within the next 4 years.
See, I
If
wish I
you're
would run
right-
one of these companies.
If you're right,
because-
I'm happy. But I'm just saying
They're probably
it's
slimming.
being
They're probably
predicted
gonna try to
in
slim
2019
down
and
the
2020.
PS4. They're probably gonna make a PS4 Slim.
2019 and 2020, they already have, and it's not that great.
Oh, okay.
It only takes about a centimeter off.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
You know, the Xbox One S is fucking tiny. What a small little game console when I saw it.
Really?
Fuck. Like, look at the size of the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's
The
like
Xbox
a
One. It is literally like
VHS
this
player.
fucking.
Yeah, the PlayStation.
It's like 2 inches smaller.
Okay, but what about height?
The
Height?
PlayStation
Yeah,
4
I think
came
it's
out
short.
5 years ago. November 15th,
Yep.
2013.
It was in
Oh,
our
okay.
first year of high
That's
school.
4 years ago.
Look at that. Look at that little fucking console. It's 2 inches below, and it's okay. This is 40%
Whoa,
smaller.
that is
Look at that.
small.
It's like an inch
Oh, wow.
smaller, like 3 inches, like width-wise shorter, and like 5 fucking yeah. It's small, man.
Wow.
It's literally like 1/3 of
And the
size.
Xbox One X is literally the same size.
It's a little bit bigger than.
It's a little bit bigger.
You're a little fat,
better.
so you got a little love handle.
It's almost the same size as the PS4.
It practically is, actually.
Like, look at that. Look how teeny it is. It's so cute.
I still think the
But they
Tiger
somehow
console
managed to
ever-
make the
it went
power
from
brick
PS2
inside.
Slim.
It's
PS2 Slim
It
was
goes
the best
from
Slim.
VHS
is
to
inside.
DVD
Yeah,
player.
I don't. They completely
Yeah.
got rid of the power
Okay,
brick.
can I just say that the best Slim console was the PS2 Slim? The amount of
No!
No, it wasn't.
No! You are
It was
dead
shitty
fucking
wrong.
wrong. That was the PlayStation that I had, and within a year and a half, it was kaputs.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
you had
I
a bad
couldn't-
version then.
'cause
I
you
couldn't
stepped on it,
play.
didn't you?
No, I didn't step on it.
I thought you broke it.
Mine
No,
la- mine
I didn't do
lasted
anything. It just stopped.
years.
It
It's
just
still
ceased to
going.
continue to work.
So I think you just had bad luck because mine works fine.
No,
It's
mine's
continued to work fine.
Like it was.
No,
yes,
oh,
okay.
you're right. You're
I'm not
totally
even
right though.
talking
That
about
is a
functionality.
paper thin fucking
I'm
console.
not
though.
even talking about functionality. I'm
The
talking
Game
about in
Boy
terms
Color.
of reducing size. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Right.
totally was. But I'd rather have a regular PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
like Connor had.
Whatever
PlayStation 2
happened
Slim?
to PlayStation 2, man?
Whatever happened to whatever happened, like, what happened to me, like, wanting a console game? I've just got a laptop. I'm like,
You had a PC and you're like,
I've
yeah,
got-
this is way better.
I've got, like, way more games than you. Honestly, the only competition I see with PC gaming is literally PS4 exclusives, like Uncharted.
And it may be like Halo. But
Not
Halo
now.
Halo sucks.
Not
Not
Well,
now.
No, because you get Halo. You can get
Yeah.
Halo on PC now. It doesn't matter.
Well, no, that's just like through third-party
Nah.
things you can get it.
Well, Halo Online, yeah.
No, through Xbox on.
You
Halo
can't
5.
download it. Like you can't download that.
It's
massive
just the Halo
collection
5
on
custom
PC.
You
games, and
can
it's
get
not,
Halo on PC now.
It's only Halo
No,
5 custom
Halo
games.
5.
Halo 5.
Custom
Yeah.
not the
You
full
can
game.
play
Custom games?
Who
It's
wants to
only
play
it's
Halo
only
5?
custom games. It's not even all multiplayer.
I thought you could
It's
get
just
the whole
custom
thing.
games in Forge mode.
Really?
That's
I
it.
thought you could get the whole thing on PC.
That's because it's free.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I thought you could get the whole thing because that's where I heard that.
Like
they were going.
honestly, what the fuck?
All right,
What's
so
the
we're
point?
running a little bit over the time here, so we're probably gonna close
Well, I mean,
it
you're
up.
gonna edit this down anyways.
Not very much. It's literally just like mute a couple things maybe.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I
You're
think...
afraid of Dawson saying bad words.
No, I'm not really afraid because I don't want to filter you guys because everybody is who they are, and I want to I don't want
They
to
are.
make somebody
You're
be
such
somebody
a
that they're
fucking
not.
Boy Scout.
That's not really the issue, though.
It's just I don't want people getting ridiculously offended not wanting to watch my content because of something that. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in and for watching.
And I'm sorry.
And until next time, see you around. Subscribe or whatever.
Ding that dong.